OK, we're going to catch up on the business news, and hopefully Joe is not going to press that button too many times.
I've only pressed it once so far, so we'll wait and see at the end.
Good luck.
Guess what? I'm talking about the economy. Yes, the British economy may have staggered out of recession in the final quarter of last year, but that growth is set to speed up. That's the view of the National Institute of Economic and Social Research. The respected think tank reckons that Britain grew by 0.4% in the 3 months to the end of January, up from an anemic 0.1% to the end of December. But the Institute said that while the recession was over, the period of depression, as they define it, was likely to continue. Well, Martin Weale is the director of the National Institute, joins us now. Can you briefly explain, in a less than technical way, what you meant by we're still supposedly in a depression?
Yes, a recession is a period when output is actually falling. A depression is a period when output is depressed below its previous peak. And although we think that output has stopped falling, we think output is going to remain below the peak at the start of 2008 until the end of 2012.
So you're saying we're only halfway through this downturn?
We're only halfway through the well, depends what you mean by a downturn, but it'll take us quite a long time to get back to where we were at the beginning of 2008 and where we hoped we'd be carrying on from.
And what about the chances, Martin, of a so-called double dip recession, whereby, according to our traditional definition of recession, the economy starts to shrink again, and in 2 quarters in a row?
Well, there is obviously a risk of that. I think no one would say that there's no risk of that sort of thing happening. My guess is that the sort of factors that might trigger it would be a resumption of the financial crisis, and as we've seen in the last few days, that could happen because of a sovereign debt crisis, or it could also happen because something goes wrong in the commercial banking sector again. We can't rule those out.
Anything positive we can take from your report today, Martin?
Well, I think the fact that the economy is growing is itself positive. We do show a faster growth rate than the official statistics indicated at the end of last year, but that's largely because the period August to October was extremely weak, and that flatters the figures, this month and next month. I think the economy is reviving, but it's reviving only very slowly so far.
And that's Martin Weale there, the boss of the National Institute of Economic and Social Research. Thanks for joining us. Quick look at the markets before we go. The FTSE was up a lot more. It's only up 0.3% now at 51.24. The number at the bottom to watch is the euro-dollar rate. That's at 136.9 at the moment. That was only a few short weeks ago, 150. That shows you the measure that euro has lost against the dollar over the last few months as a result of the debt crisis in Greece and the so-called Club Med countries. Back to you.
OK, Joe, thanks very much indeed.